Yeah, don't look. Well, that one's fresh. I don't know. What do you think? I don't see like any eggs. Or is
that eggs right there?
I don't know what that is. No, look right here. There's maggots. Maggots right there.
Yeah, right here's a little patch, I think, right there. See it?
Yep. Yeah, I might as well take it off.
Yeah, well, that looks. Oh yeah, there's a big maggot there.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode at Dogwood Whitetails. Never a dull moment. As you can see, we have a 3-year-old. We darted. He's ready to get cut due to an antler infection. And a quick little backstory on him. A few weeks back, he broke a kicker coming off the 1G2. It seemed to heal. The velvet never broke. And then at that point, about an 8 to 10 inch drop tine snapped off. That broke velvet. We were a little concerned with it, but we were closely monitoring it. We made the decision we were going to go ahead and cut him, and that same day he broke another kicker coming off the opposite G2, which about 4 inches, and that one there was quite a bit of blood flow coming out of that one. So at that point, there was no questions asked. We wanted to get him down, get a look on him, and remove those antlers at that point. Before we get into the video, I just want to extend a shout out to my buddy Justin. He helped us out through this process, and if it wasn't for him, I don't think it would have been possible. Thanks again, buddy. So the first thing we do when cutting antlers in velvet, obviously there's a lot of blood flow, so we want to be mindful of that. We'll use a tourniquet. In this case, we're using a 14 gauge galvanized wire to cut off that flow, and you can use anything. I've heard guys using heavier rubber bands. There's a bander, a piece of equipment that's really useful. So once that tourniquet's in place, it's time to remove the antlers. And one thing you want to be mindful of, it's going to still bleed. Even though we cut a lot of the blood flow off, it's still going to bleed quite a bit. So have a roll of paper towels ready, and as soon as that antler is removed, make sure you get some pressure on the cut off area. So the next step, probably the most important step, is the cauterizing process. This can be a slow process, but you want to make sure that you get all that blood flow to stop prior to the next step. So what you want to do is very gently just keep rolling that cauterizer over top those areas where the blood's still coming up through. It should do a pretty good job with getting that blood flow to stop. Lastly, once we've managed to get all that blood flow to stop, we like to apply a nice coat of AlumaShield, which is an aerosol bandage. And not only is it good for the animal in a sense that prevents further infection, but it also keeps the flies and the bugs at bay. So that's pretty much the process we go through when removing antlers in velvet. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So stay tuned. I have an update on how this animal is doing. I can tell you he looks a heck of a lot better than what he did about 2 weeks ago.